enough to know that that future is not there. But they are telling you, don't worry, we have it all covered. We'll give you another future again. So these young people who are collecting their money to lie to the other young people, right? Gradually and gradually, with internet and social media, all of them are going to be overwhelmed by the real people that have seen the light, and they are going to be up against the system. Seriously. So the thing you have here is that they are now saying that before the election, they are bogus, whatever they are planning. And so many other things they are hiding from the rest of the world. They want to hide from the rest of the world. So you can wake up one morning and then they will say Facebook is gone in Nigeria. Yeah, that's part of what you are going to have to deal with. So if they make you think social media is not powerful, why are they desperate to control it? Because we don't want it to cause any war. We don't want it to cause anything in Nigeria. That is the lie you are telling yourself. China social media invited Fulani terrorists into Nigeria. Social media. Is this social media that invited and encouraged Boko Haram to come to Nigeria? Also, is it social media that advised your government to, rather than prosecute and kill the terrorists who are killing you, kidnapping you here and there? Is this social media that advised them to, rather than prosecute them, they decided to open Operation Safe Corridor for them, so that if they repent, they can go back to the society, the same society that they have depleted? Is this social media that encouraged that? They are lying to you, and you are lying to yourself if you believe that too. Social media is a threat to what they have on you as Liejirians. And you are going to know better too. Soon. With social media, the Yoruba nation mobilized, campaigned, they even secured over 5 million signatures of Yorubas who don't want to be part of Nigeria anymore. Social media. When these obedient Peter Obi people, when they started, I remember everything just they look like say now a long time ago. When this obedient started, many of you were laughing at them. Laughing at them because you felt like their Peter Obi is not going anywhere, which is the convictions many of you have till today. You said it was online, social media. And I told you, I said, well, I have now seen a sort of a revolution that you witnessed that was supposed to be witnessed in 2020, but aborted or sort of a cut short. That same thing is entering these young people. They've politicized it, and they are now ready to weaponize their anger against their own oppressors, which is something me I like. The same way the people who don't want to be part of Nigeria have also managed to weaponize their own anger against the system to demand for what you were laughing at them. The bigger one that came now is this. As much as many of us are telling them that don't get any PVC that you know is going to be encouraged to be used for the same PDP APC. Now, the last 1 week alone is now changing that narrative, because it's either they don't listen to anybody and they will do what they will do, which is pretty much what is going on. You can now see the young people offline now grouping that they want to go after the people who have been after their lives. And you still don't think the power of that social media is in the horde is against them. And the only reason why it is still pretty much looking like it is not all coordinated yet is because of our division. But with time, event will push everybody to the same one. You know why me I like it? When I saw through the the genuinity and the determination of the IPOB more than 7 years ago. Yes, I said, you see what the IPOB Nnamdi Kanu was demanding for and pushing for before that Biafra. If you look inward very well, every ethnic nationality in Nigeria should be demanding for same thing if all of us are thinking. Then they went for them. We needed to crush them. Some of you didn't see through what they were trying to crush was an ideology that has become so alive. And those who have lived in denial for so many decades, they still couldn't see through it. You can kill them and kill the flesh and all of that, but you can't kill the idea, because what pushed them to demand for Biafra is still there, and it's a matter of time the rest of Nigeria, including that same Arewa, they will be demanding for the breakup of Nigeria. You didn't believe them, or you probably didn't understand me then. You see what I'm saying in this? You see, every time you come crashing on them and say, we'll crush them, rather than reduce them, they continue to grow more and more in strength. You know what I mean? The moment they attacked Oloye Sunday Igboho, instead of the agitation or demand of the young and old Yorubas for self-determination, Yoruba nation, instead of it to die down, it has continued to grow and grow and grow, because people are beginning to even dig further to know why would they want, why are they attacking them? So we now have we have the people from the Middle Belt, we have the Yorubas, we have the Igbos, the Biafrans. Now you now have the revolution now, which is a mixed match of all of the tribes and everyone from everywhere. Yeah. Now you have something bigger now that they put together politically behind Peter Obi. So they came for the Oduduans, they came for the Biafrans, they came for Showore, the revolution now. They went for the Shiites. Now, with this anger, all the angers from every angle, today, you can smell and sense the rage in the eyes of all of, you can see the rage in the eyes of all these young people who have suffered all this trauma from this criminal government and politicians for over time. You can see all of that bottled together behind Peter Obi. So if the system now comes and crush you at that time, okay, let's see if that would be fair enough to unite all of us to say, you see, you can't help Nigeria. The right thing to do right now is that now, revolution, now. So somebody like me would love to see how much you push back when the system comes for you. I am not against you. Anybody that is against the rotten system in Nigeria is my friend. Even if you don't like me, you will be my friend. The only thing you why is that through your struggle, I can tell the same rage that you find in the minds, in the eyes, that you will see in the eyes of a Biafran who has tasted the horrible experience of Liejiriya, who has experienced the worst of the worst of Nigeria and said, I have had enough. I don't want to be part of this anymore. Yeah. So I mean, then the same thing with the Yoruba nation, my own brethren, my own brothers and sisters as well, who have also felt that. So all of the things that prompted them and pushed them to say, we don't want election, we want Biafra, we want referendum. We don't want election, we want Yoruba nation, we want a referendum. I can see many of that in you that is making you say you want Peter Obi. It is the same system. When it comes crashing, we'll probably find a common ground. That's why you won't be my own enemy. And that's why I told somebody who told me, like I said earlier, Mayegun, you need to be very careful about this because I be really laying. Be careful. People know they tell me to be careful. You don't tell Mayegun to be careful. I am not careful of those whatever I say because I know I'm responsible for whatever I say. I have to deal with see on this street for more than 7 years now. I have to deal with the cretins, these Austrians, these APC Austrians, PDP rogues, and so on and so forth on these streets. Many of them have pointed fingers at me and the rest. I gave them names just to make them feel like I don't like them. They don't like me, but I don't hate anybody. So don't come here with your obidiot whatever and then say, Ego, you need to be very careful because of this. I be really laying. Sure, you get me now. So the point here is that on Mayegun's diary political, we know they careful where we want talk. If we say anything where you know like reacts, just come. Or sometimes pick up the phone and call in if they born you well. I do say that all the time. I mean, randomly I pick up the call. So you can call in and say, Mayegun, be careful of obedience. Shami. So don't tell Mayegun to be careful of anybody because I won't. I don't. I'm carefree when I talk about these people and then what I know about them as well. Okay, but the point here is this: you all have something. We all have something in common. Honestly, we do. If you ask a Yoruba man, he will tell you to say, "Listen, oh, listen to this. I am tired of this system that says we the people." And you know, it was Abdul Salami Abubakar who put together this charade called Constitution, this bogus, fraudulent book called Constitution. So if I've come to that time and I say, nothing you do will ever, nothing you try to do on this bogus book is ever going to make any sense or materialize in any way, that is me. But you want to go and give it an effort and say, well, we can't just fold our hands. We say, okay, good luck to that. Do you get what I mean? Good luck to that. Because at the end of the day, you figure it out that what is pushing you to do what you are doing is because you know that Nigeria is not united. Nigeria is so divided. Nigeria is so poorly managed. Nigeria has been looted beyond anything you can imagine. Nigeria has the worst set of criminals in charge of your affair. Nigeria has no real system. And in other words, Nigerians are not part of Nigeria. And that's an a serious abstract from what a nation should be in all truest sense of it. So something is telling you that there's so much injustice, there's so much unfairness, there's so much impunity, there's so much this, and that, and you want something different because you are tired of the current one, and you choose what you choose. Some said, no, I'm not going to choose something that is going to still be operated upon, still going to be, built upon a fraudulent foundation. So I'm not going to waste my time. So, but if you look very well, you realize that you have a lot in common. That is why I call you my friends. If you can put the system down, as you have been telling yourselves, great. I called Peter Obi a capitalist in a socialist political party. It didn't make any sense to some of you. And I think I remember that's why that person said I should be careful of what I say about Peter Obi being a capitalist, blah, 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 blah. Capitalists are not friends of workers. Labour Party is the party of workers, Abi. But you are all in your bubbles right now. Live it, enjoy it. And guess what? We will be praying for you as usual. But it will never, ever, ever change the fact that many of you are not seeing, you are not looking, you are not even paying attention. Your emotion is running riot and the rest of that. But by the time the whole thing comes down, you are likely either going to have to come to that reality or you are going to be so triggered. And that's something I'm waiting for. Do you think the young people cannot defeat these people? I believe you can do anything. I mean, when I look at the passion of those I have met who want an independent Yoruba nation, I spoke to so many of them. Those who have come out and publicly and they spoke passionately about why they wanted it, and I feel like I see it in your eyes. Yes, I can see it in your eyes that yes, it is possible. Because if you believe it, if you work for it, it is going to happen. No matter how long it takes, it will happen soon. I have met with Biafrans. Indeed, I have met with many of them who have spoken so passionately of what they wanted to see in Biafra land. I've seen passion. And I keep encouraging, I tell people, I said that if you believe it, it is possible. So I would dare not underrate the young people who decide to change their own destiny or change their own situation for something better. I would dare not never underrate you. What I'm trying to say is that in your own confused mind, settled and all of that, and that bubble, you are not paying attention and you are going to get served whatever is going to be given to you. But in the long run, in the long run, if you pull it off, it will just change the direction of what this whole thing is going to be like. I believe it is never going to end anything at all other than just a change of guard, change of direction, make it look like you have somewhere else you want to go where you have nowhere to go. Indeed. But as a Yoruba man who have other Yorubas who are also out there who are tired of this particular Liejiriya, yeah, many of you probably don't know what you are capable of doing as well. But I want to say this to you. Yoruba land, which is ours, yeah, is part of a contraption called Liejiriya, which makes us the sharer in the misery that has befallen Nigeria. Many of us who believe that, election is good. You can have election and all of that. But in the situation we have found ourselves, it is not election next. It is not election now. But some of you who believe that it should be, sometimes, as I've told people before, what will make this worthwhile is when many of you have a real taste, because it seems that this is the first time that many of you are actually going to be part of something that is being projected to go against a system that you used to know, making you believe that you can start a new one, right? So maybe that disappointment from there is eventually going to make you see that saving Nigeria is not your job. Helping or joining anybody to say we need to save our country from this, and that, it's not your job. If you have anywhere to save, you should save your own country, which is Yoruba land. A lot has gone so wrong for us being part of that contraption that those who are in charge, they would never, ever even want to discuss it. Part of them is the famous restructuring this and that, restructuring that. If you ever join them, if you are watching me right now as a young person from Yoruba land, which many of you have joined already, some of you have already gone there to go and register for your PVC. You want to vote for Peter Obi, this and that. Good luck with that. But I want you to understand something. Joining them to be pro one Liejiriya is to be pro poverty, is to be pro backwardness, is to be pro underdevelopment, and election can never fix that. You see, everything that is wrong with Nigeria as we speak today, including what Yorubas are sharing from that, yeah, they are all man-made and they are structural. So structural in the sense that we are never part of an arrangement or agreement that set up this democracy in the first place. That's taken a lot away from us. So you as a young person, when you join them and you go here and there for them to promote this one Liejiriya, what you are promoting is pretty much the same of the same that says you have to continue to rob, where they have to continue to rob Peter to pay Paul. Ask them, what is Peter Obi's plan, especially on the issue of restructuring. Put it that way. I know they will tell you to ignore that. They told your own parents in 1966 that a one united Nigeria was better than a regional system of government, the one that allowed us to invest in our own education, invest in agriculture, invest in infrastructure in Yoruba land. We were able to do things that they were referring today as the legacies of Awolowo. Now today, since that one Liejiriya, this miserable one Liejiriya, they forced us all to be part of, right? We have been less industrialized. We have no electricity, not because electricity is going to be the 11th wonder of the world to be discovered by anybody soon. It's there, but Nigeria will not let you have that. Peter Obi himself knows that no matter what they push forward, power is a game of interest. And as Nigeria exists, yeah, the interest of the gatekeepers, the owners of Nigeria, the people who actually control the levels of power, who don't care if the country goes up, the country goes up in flames, right? Peter Obi himself knows this. There's something called concession. Concession is always going to be for those from the northern Nigeria, whether they are in power or they are not in power. They are never going to be out of power. That's how Nigeria is structured. And with that, to satisfy them, you would have to live with whatever they give to you in the name of one Nigeria. Peter Obi will never tell you that he's going to join a conversation whereby he's told you that he's going to do from a consumption to production. Some of you have also agreed, I love this, I love that. I love hearing that too. But when you look at the structural existence of Nigeria, to achieve what he's saying, it simply means that every region should go and produce what they are going to eat, produce what they are going to consume. There will be no sharing this and that. All of this is telling you he has no power to change them. So when you join them to say, let us kick these people, kick that out, are you asking the question that where is the interest of the Yoruba people? Or you are jumping up and down and joining them to say you are one Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian. I'm a detribalized Nigerian. I'm a Yoruba man. And I am you are just so ignorant. But you will know later with time. Nigeria is unreal. Everything they tell you that you are going to everything you've read or everything they are going to tell you in this bogus charade they are going to do, right, is going to be a complete opposite to the reality. You know the reality. But again, as a Yoruba man, as a Yoruba young man and woman, you see, as they are showing you P2B, this and that right now, you should at the same time remember the fact that Nigeria was never a one country when it got our independence at the time. Well, when she got our independence at the time, right? So the one Nigeria madness has brought us nothing but misery. So as a Yoruba man, as a Yoruba woman, you should have it at the back of your mind that except Yoruba stands on our own and do our own affair, even if we still want to be part of, even if we're still going to remain part of Nigeria for another decade under this arrangement, yeah, any arrangement that says they will take from you to feed others or they will rob you to pay this, and then they will turn you to this beggar and tell you that we just need to go from consumption to production and we do this, we do blah, 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 blah of a thing, you are signing off. Just like your own parents signed off on their own future. Nigeria is not for you. Anything that says we are brothers, we are sisters, on the based on the sharing of what is available to share every month, that thing is unreal. And they're not born Peter Obi well. They're not born any of them well. Even Tifnumbu, they became popular because of what do you call it? Because of Nadeko, because of Afenifere, because of restructuring they were championing then. Even Tifnumbu, that is now the candidate of APC, Egbekegbe, they're not born and well to put restructuring in his own campaign. They're not born and well to explain how he's going to end, how he's going to clamp down on the terrorists that are enveloping everywhere in Nigeria. They're not born and well. They have to guide of all they have to put down because Nigeria unity, they say, is non-negotiable. Should not unity be this? So I'm talking to you as a Yoruba young man and woman. You are never going to get that good education. You are never education system. You are never going to get that good medical, healthcare system. You are never going to get that good infrastructural development in Yoruba land. You are never, ever going to actually be self-sufficient on food and others. You will never have electricity ever, as long as you join anything, any agenda that says we are going to keep Nigeria this, we are going to keep Nigeria that. It is keeping Nigeria this or that is to keep your misery alive and living. And it is not in your interest. you can do something different. And this can actually touch and change a lot of things in your life as a young person. Politically, you are meant to be so kind of aware. Be politically aware, and you can make some serious political decisions, even if you don't belong to any political party, which you don't have to. Politics is our everyday life. I've told people politics affect our lives, every bit of our life, from every day of our life as well. So if you are very, very, I mean, if you are somebody who don't like politics, you are probably going to end up as those they call the pawns in their chess table, people that they push about, people who are just like, you know, the numbers, the statistics. So therefore, you have to pay proper attention this time. Your interests as a people, right? Before coming to be part of this fraudgeria, this Liejiriya, which was eventually eroded or taken away from us anyway. Your interest is Yoruba first, and there's nothing wrong in that. Okay, we used to handle our own affairs. I'm saying this to you now because you are not going to hear this from anywhere else. You're not going to even read it in any book. They're going to tell you about one Nigeria that doesn't exist, a unity that, if you are not divided, what are they talking about? A unity, eh? If they have not divided us, what are they talking about? Unity. You have no idea when they tell you that a project is to fix Nigeria and make Nigeria one, and that it is just an extension of your misery and suffering. So in the next coming weeks, like I said before, we would probably make many of you understand what you are jumping into. It's good that some of you are rejecting APC, PDP. I remember on this platform, I said it many times. I said, I said that I'm looking for a day that the young people in Nigeria will stop having to debate PDP, APC, if they are the good ones or bad ones, as they have always been like limited you to these two. I said, when Omoyele Sowore came into the picture, I said, that's a good thing. Young people can no longer give an excuse that because they had no other option, that is why they had to stick to PDP, APC. I said that on this platform. That's why I gave Sowore the the maximum support we can give to him, and say, you can make him an alternative and say, instead of talking about PDP, APC, that's someone there that is not of their own block. And then we had the Oduduwans and we have the Biafrans, all on Mayegun's diary political. So when this Peter Obi movement came in, it's a movement, it's a big thing. Oh, I'm not going to deny it. Oh, it is a big thing. And there seems to be those who have the capacity to actually take on this hegemony seriously. It's just that I would love to see them do that if they understood very well the people they are dealing with. But they are those who have the capacity. The movement who has the capacity to say, we don't want PDP, we don't want APC. That is something, that's a starter. And that's why I like them, at least. And that's why I want you to like them and respect them too. You don't have to agree with them, okay? Many of us are never going to be part of their election anyway. But you need to respect something. They are creating a new conversation, a pretty much one that can make PDP, APC have their equal match, and the people who are there fighting with them to say they want to fix Nigeria. So now the PDP, APC are now complaining of a bullying. They said that Peter Obi people are bullying them on social media, and therefore they will ban social media. May everybody go on the streets so that the likes of Soluero and the rest of them who can easily match you for maybe gun for gun or whatever, I don't know. You get what I mean? So these young people have managed to create a conversation beyond PDP, APC. Today, the hierarchies in PDP, APC, they are telling these young people that they are wasting their time, just like some of us are telling them that they are wasting their time. Do you know what they say back when you meet them? The Peter Obi people, they will tell you they are happy to waste their vote on him. They are happy to waste anything on. They are not even voting for him to win if that is your own, but they just want to make sure that they manage to say to reject PDP, APC in their own way and satisfy their conscience. So they will tell you straight away, we are not interested in this. We want him to win, they say, but let us waste our vote on him. Let's waste our PVC on. So that conversation is good. Wait now. Somebody's talking about voter suppression. And I mean, INEC will do all of that one. We all know their technique. We all know their this. And the young people said they will breach that. So I want to encourage them. Yeah, go on, do it. Let's see. So the system is shaking. We have the Oduduwans organizing here and there, home and abroad, everywhere, asking for Yoruba nation. Even Tifnumbu had to threaten APC with Yoruba nation, Orile Yoruba, for the criminals in his own rogue jihadist party. To finally line up and say, well, you know what, we'll leave her, because if this guy no get her more, the Yoruba nation people will get more people that will believe in them more now. So it's better you let him have it and then take whatever you want to take now. Okay? Abinobiso, Yoruba nation. Social media. The Biafrans have been there. They have been like, they have been the bone. You know, this kind of bone they will tie in the neck of a dog. A dog, you know, dog love bones. The Biafrans are like that bones that they tie to the neck of a dog. The dog cannot eat it until the dog is about to be tearing itself apart now, trying to get the bone. Social media. The Peter Obi people they are now being called the bullies, bullying the people that are oppressors. So imagine PDP, APC complain that they are being bullied by these guys. So last, is this to show that the system is going to, it's a matter of time. Okay. I know that, yes, this old warlord, they have a way of getting away with a lot, especially using their own system to, to escape from any hammer at all. Museveni in Uganda, this guy has been in power for over 35 years, and he's still contesting for election. And the person that ran against him the last election, Bobby Wine, that guy was probably about 1 year old when Museveni became president of Uganda. But guess what? Museveni is still there. When he realized that young people are using social media to mobilize, to organize, after using voter suppression, using every other means, using intimidation, threat, and all of that to run many of them out of town, the young people are still not giving up. He shut down the entire internet for 2 days. On the day election, the day before election, the day of election, then he opened it up 2 days after that. For like 4 days, they shut it down. And they declared him the winner. Immediately they declared him the winner. He sent his soldiers and everybody straight to the party secretariat of his own opponent, the top one, Bobby Wine. The guy scored almost, like, for real. The guy would have beat him through social media stuff, right? They went there, they arrested him, arrested everybody, shot and killed everybody that could stage a protest and everything. And in Uganda today, Museveni is still their president. Even to some Ugandans, they will say, oh, he's an illegitimate president. But guess what? For the Ugandans who have known the same Museveni for 35 years, 37 years of their lives, Museveni is the best. Look at this young boy. What does he know? Like, the guy, Bobby Wine, is like the same age, like Omoyele Sowore, but he pulled ground a lot. So I want to see young people do that, because there is a lot. And guess what? Make I tell you something that I can perceive, is the fact that there is a lot of people, right, who have been with us campaigning for Yoruba nation, this and that. So many of them, because of this P2B, and all of that stuff, some of them don't go join Jagaban. And a lot of things are going to be mixed up here and there. But you see, if you have a force that can make them shit in their pants, all of us who are doing everything right here, it's just going to be a matter of time before everything caves in. So if they are now so threatened enough that they feel like, you know what, we're going to have to shut everything down. They may not shut you down for another 6 months. They may not shut you down for another 8 months. But when they know that it is very, very crucial, so that the rest of the world will not know what they are doing to you, when they will be clamping down on you, they will begin to shut them one by one. But the first effort right now is to make sure that all the popular platforms that are going to be up and against the entire system, they will shut some of you down before December. And then maybe all of you should begin to open your extra pages now, or at the same time, begin to get yourself ready enough to mount a stronger pressure on this platform. But you have been warned, as we have been told. Again, many of us are probably going to resort into this satellite radio where we're going to pass our message eventually. But they can't win. It is just a sign that a lot is going on and it is eating them. And if they are proposing to say they want to control the social media, remember this is not the first time. The first time they pretended that they wanted to protect the social media was to prevent you from talking about the Fulani atrocities, the Fulani terrorists. They wrote all the media houses in Nigeria never to report anything about Fulani terrorists in Nigeria anymore. They said they shouldn't be reporting all the kidnappings and all that on their radios. If any journalist should, by any means, speak about the atrocities of the Fulani terrorists on their radio or TV, their TV station or radio station is going to be sanctioned. The journalists could be arrested or fined or both. Do you get that now? So they sent that circular to protect the information from leaking out to the people, but people still get all the information because even the terrorists have their own YouTube channel. The terrorists have the Boko Haram, swap all of them. They have their Facebook channels, and they have their followers and listeners too. And guess what? Every time they commit, for example, if the terrorist kills somebody because she insulted Prophet Muhammad, they will post it on social media and you see other fellow terrorists there shouting Allahu Akbar, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, your reward is here and there. So we see all of that every now and then, don't we? So if they now feel like everybody who is not interested in this contraption is going to be considered as an enemy, this is the move. And you as a young person, I am saying this, that please, please, you can save us from all this wahala. Election is not going to fix it. Election is going to make you serve into their hands. Election is going to make you validate all the nonsense. Election is going to make you feel like you should try it again. And every 4 years, you continue to try it again until you are done and you won't be able to anymore. Then what will be the next thing? You turn to prayer. You turn to prayer warriors. Start praying to God to what? To possibly come to your aid and all that. You can save us all of that. Okay. I know you want P2B, you want this, you want that. But let me be honest with you. If nothing is done about that fraudulent constitution, right? You are wasting your time. Somebody said that before anything can be done about a constitution, that you need to send people into the National Assembly. You need to go and join politics. That is absolute bollock, absolute nonsense. Okay. The people of Chile recently, they had to stage, a serious national, what do you call it, national protest. They call it a national sit-out when they said that the rogue criminal politicians in their country are taking a piece. And they were deriving that power from that fraudulent constitution. They demanded an end to that constitution. They had elected officials, they had president, they had all of them. You know what they did? They shut down the entire place and they demanded that the people's constitution should be put up. The ones that will address all the differences, that will address all their yearnings and what really concerns them, not what concerns the politicians. Listen, it's out there. This is recent. It's not like old story. This is recent, 2022. Go out there and read about that. You young people can actually, then when you are able to put a system that is at least independent enough, freer enough, then you can go ahead and choose, how we want to be governed from every part based on the new agreement that everybody agreed to. But in Nigeria, as it is today, you are not given that chance. You are being told, right, to elect a good leader, elect a good this and that. You can't. Electing good leader is not going to fix Nigeria. Electing the best people into your government is not going to fix Nigeria. If their mindset is to keep Nigeria one, listen to me. Keeping Nigeria one is a sin against humanity. And as they say commonly now, dividing Nigeria to breaking up Nigeria to save life is a task that must be done. I'm talking to you as a young person. They have told you election is the solution. But if your mindset is not pretty much about what you or why you wanted that election, and then you are not paying attention deeply to how did you even get here? How did you become part of those who are now championing for the best man for the job, the best this that for the job? Nobody can fix Nigeria under this arrangement. Anyone who intends to, let them tell you what the process is going to be. And if any of the process has nothing to do with a regional system whereby everybody can stay on their own, trust me, they just want to take it for another ride. If you don't agree to a system that allows you people of, the country of, put it this way, a country of over 250 nations forced together and fused together without their consent, and they are supposed to have been ruling themselves for over 60 years, 62 years. It's going to be 62 years in the next 4 months, I would say. 62 years, and they had no chance, not for once, not for twice, to sit together and say, you know what? Now, wait, we're fused together, we're forced together. Now, you know what? Let's decide if we really want to be together or not. Under what terms and conditions? Nobody had the audacity or the effrontery or the courage to do that. This generation will force them to do that. You will be part of that. Maybe your own disappointment is what will make you actually do this, or maybe something else. Nigeria happens to us all the time. I just don't know when it's going to happen to you. And believe me, Nigeria happens to you every day. You have just been managing and finding a way to cope, finding a way around it. When the real ones hit you, and it's going to hit you soon, you are going to scream. Then you're going to realize that Nigeria is not for you. You are not among those who are destined to fix Nigeria. Those before you couldn't. Not because they didn't try. They got swallowed by the system. If you make an attempt, it's either you are not telling the truth, or you are just starkly ignorant, so to say. Whichever of them, I can tell you this, it is never in your interest. In the long run, don't be a dodo that they are going to have to shop in the political space. Join those who can make a difference, that can say, listen, you can have an election, of course. Me, I like elections. I just don't like a fraudulent election that is rigged before it even started at all. And I don't want to be so stupid enough to pretend that I'm not saying it, or believing that I could turn the hand of the clock. The system is not going to defeat itself. And the system is not going to give you the tool to defeat it. And if you don't know that yet, well, maybe that put 2 questions to how many things you really do know. Again, it's a game of waiting, Abi. I'll see you some other time. This is where I'm going to draw the curtains. I am thinking of taking calls, but I won't. So I'm going to see you some other time, okay? Thanks so much for spending your time with me tonight. If this is your first time, don't leave without liking that video. Like it, share it. And the next time you see me, you probably will be talking to me too. So thank you very much, everyone. And good night from here.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹ̀rùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.